Warning, this podcast contains Marco,
Polo,
boat out of water.
no fair.
Welcome, hello, everyone. Welcome to the ASOTV podcast. I'm Slouching for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5.
Hi, Slouching.
Hi, Slouchy.
Hi. Captive is the name of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Cleo, and with me I have John and Dom.
You
Hi.
said you were slouching.
I was slouching.
Sloucher.
Dad jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. Hi, Slouching, I'm dead. Man, I really like this episode.
Uh-huh.
This is a very interesting episode.
Yeah, I did not expect their boat to be parked above land.
No,
on the
me neither.
dock. Yeah.
But they had a whole bunch of other boats around too, right?
Right, yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what the radar was showing?
Yeah.
Radar? Sonar? Radar.
Well, I mean, I think they had some other ones on the dock, but the ones that were showing up in the sonar were other potential hijackings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
I
are
thought they
potential.
said something about their boats, like they had multiple.
I think they're just calling them all their boats, because they're going to take them all over.
Well, they said they have 5 when they were talking
Yeah.
about, like, how to find them.
Mhm.
Like, I think
Yeah.
Madison or Daniel said that they had 5 boats. Daniel said it, yeah, because he was interrogating dipshit.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't interrogating him, he was just listening to him while he talked.
Well, yeah, that's probably
Which I
more
found to
accurate.
be really, really funny. It's like, you know, Daniel didn't do a damn thing.
And even Ophelia was like, what did you do? He's like,
I
gave
didn't
him
do
full
anything.
attention.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
Yeah, but yeah, Daniel pointed out something. I was just like, mwah. He was like, people who inspire fear usually don't have to tell people how scary they are. I'm like, thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
This kid's a punk ass.
I don't know. I liked the actor. I think he was phenomenal.
For Reed.
Yeah, Reed.
Yeah.
Reed's actor's phenomenal. He's on The Talking Dead as well.
I fucking forgot to watch that.
Yeah, I only caught the first half of it, but it was it was really good. It was very insightful and stuff to hear. How he was prepping and going into like the audition, and he said the character's name on the sheet was Reese, and he kind of went in and knew it wasn't necessarily going to be a good character because everything he was reading was about like an interrogation scene, and so he kind of had the feeling going in because it's super secretive and they don't tell you anything, but
No, of course not. Yeah. And Daniel was there all cool listening to him babble, and then he was actually, Reed was actually getting under Chris's skin. And just
I knew Chris was going to kill him. As soon as I'm like, bargaining chip, it's like, Chris is going to ruin it again. Like he does
as
most
soon as the
things.
gun went off, I was like, oh, Chris, you precious BB, what have you done?
I'll stand by the door. I'm like, you're going to kill him. Don't kill him. I'm trusting you on this, Chris. What did you do?
So,
I didn't trust him.
I did. I like Chris a lot.
Trust him.
I wouldn't
Everybody hates Chris.
I would have let him watch the door, but I wouldn't have gave him a gun.
No one knew he had the gun.
He took
That's
it, yeah.
Stole that from Reese.
Yeah, that's true.
No one knew he had a gun. But Chris says, he was turning. I had to shoot him.
That was wrong.
That was the biggest lie I've ever heard in my
lie.
life.
But we don't really get any more information than that.
Other than going, I didn't mess anything up, did I? It's like, only everything. But
He
that's
didn't
okay.
know though, and that was such like a touching moment too. And I was just like, oh, you really had no idea, you precious idiot.
Did I mess up? Mm-hmm.
And I liked, I just liked that moment between him and Maddie because it's like,
She
yay,
kinda treated him like a son.
bonding, huh?
She kind of treated him like a son.
Yeah, and I think she's been trying to.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time he's kind of let her, too.
Yeah.
Which was nice. Yeah, but he had no idea he fucked things up.
And then Daniel was like, hold on.
Also, he shot him in the cheek, so, you know.
Yeah, he's not a very good shot somehow at point-blank range, we assume.
We also don't know what happened. Like,
if he shot him in the cheek, that guy really couldn't have been too healthy, at that point either.
Oh, no, of course not.
No, he just probably bled out.
If a cheek shot is what's going to kill him.
Yeah. No,
it's like Fight Club. You hit me in the frickin' ear.
It's been a long time since that movie. I don't remember.
He's like, hit me as hard as you want, wherever you want. And he just punches him in the ear. And he's like, why would you do that? Who hit somebody in the ear?
Such a dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering what exactly at that moment Reed had said to get Chris to shoot him. Or was it just Chris thinking he was making up for letting them in the first place?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Because like, you hear when he was talking to Nick, and they had this whole conversation of how, he feels guilty of it, and Nick's like, I wouldn't have shot a pregnant
yeah, I wouldn't have shot him.
Yeah. And Chris is just like, well, I want to be prepared for next time. I don't want to let this happen again. It's like, after that conversation, I was like, he's gonna fucking kill this kid. Rest in peace, Reed.
Yeah.
He's a jackass anyway.
Yeah. But still, I liked him. I identify with a lot of the jackass characters on these shows.
Talk shit, get bit. I mean,
hey, he didn't get bit. His brother Connor did.
Talk shit, get shot.
Yeah. Connor talk shit,
Reed
got
was
bit.
just like, the thing about that was, yeah, I get it if you're cocky or whatever, but it felt like Reed just didn't have the stuff to back it up. Like, especially when he had them all, like, tied up and he was just saying stuff. It's like, no. I don't believe you're as badass. Yeah, that's exactly what's like, you think you're hyper than you are. That's not an English sentence.
No, but I get what you mean. But yeah, he was like talking a lot of shit.
That makes one of us.
Who was fucking stabbed in the chest. I mean,
no.
Talking a lot of game there, buddy. Oh, they're gonna get
that
you.
was also. Daniel was saying that he was scared. He's talking the shit because he's scared, and that's his coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I'm glad Daniel was there to kind of see right there and just be like, okay, shut up. I'm just gonna treat your wounds now.
Yeah.
Like, but you know what? Keep talking. You're giving me valuable information.
Yeah, like he poured the stinging, like, antibacterial stuff on him. He's like, ah! It's like, yeah, shut up.
Sounds to me like there's a bitch in my chair. Do you know why that is?
There's a bitch in my chair.
Shit.
So at first, Maddie's like, no, Nick's not going. Why, why did you, to Strand, why did you send Nick on that thing all by himself in the dark, blah, blah, blah. And at first I was like, oh yeah, you're being overprotective. And even, Daniel was like, they're not kids, not anymore. Like, you have to let them do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason she gave Nick made more sense to me.
'Cause you want to.
Yes. As soon as she said it, I was like, oh my god, she's right. He shouldn't be doing this because he's way too gung-ho about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said he has that look in his eye again.
Oh, like when he was on drugs?
Right.
Yeah, like this is his new high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are adrenaline junkies, and, it's almost the exact same thing. Yeah,
Nick
can't tell me that, like, Evel Knievel wasn't an adrenaline junkie.
Well, I mean...
Yeah. Some people are just better at it.
Yeah, Nick's trading one addiction for another.
Yeah.
But he gets shit done.
That is true, but, like...
Not arguing that.
Sometimes things like that aren't necessarily an unhealthy addiction. Sometimes addiction is collecting things, like... You can collect comic books, you can collect action figures. Sometimes it can become an unhealthy obsession, where you skipped out on paying your rent or food for the month because you had to have this one special version of a, whatever. That's an unhealthy addiction. Huh?
Sure.
Amiibos?
What do you mean? I'm in control.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
can stop whenever I want.
I can stop whenever I want. I'm not looking at like 3 above my shelf right now.
Them.
I don't have
need it.
I don't have special
need it.
I don't have special silver ones still in the package.
Yeah, but I think that there's we've seen from The Walking Dead how if you let something like that spiral, it can get out of control, and I think Maddie wants to obviously let him do stuff, but she doesn't want him to fall into an addiction again.
Right.
Well, and I get it. I get where she's coming from, but like, if he hadn't done that, they would have all been dead.
Yes, no, that's true.
I mean, there's no way if what's his name, Luis? Yeah. If he didn't show up and somehow snipe from a moving boat.
Oh my god.
Raft thing. Like, I get what she's saying, but I also get what Strand's saying. It's like, you're wasting his potential in some ways.
I'm sorry, but I just pictured Nick driving the boat and going around doing donuts, and the guy just like popping him with the sniper without even like 360 no scope.
And I'm always fascinated by like characters who are very good snipers because in video games I'm just the worst at sniping. So like characters who are very good snipers really just fascinate me.
Yeah, it's and like you see any movie that involves snipers, like the one that I never saw American Sniper, but the one that was most memorable to me was the Division, not the Division, the Bourne Identity. What was it, the first or the second one when they're out in the field and at the farmhouse and it's like sniper versus sniper kind of thing?
Oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that first movie was like just beautiful.
It was, and like they're talking about how it's all in the breathing, and it's just it's crazy, and when you go to think about how this guy pulled these 2 fucking amazing shots off on a boat like that, it's incredible. I could understand maybe if they stopped the boat.
No,
but
he gave Nick the rudder and they just kept going.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree. Maddie is trying to protect him too much, but she does have a point when it comes to Nick.
Yeah.
I think she'll come around soon, though.
I think there's going to come a point where she needs to let him do something.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Not just him, but Chris and Alicia, too.
There's going to be a point when they're all in danger, and he's going to be the only one left to help them.
I mean, Alicia proved herself capable. She got revenge on some bitch who stole her steak.
Yeah.
That was funny. And Alicia's shown that she knows how to pick her battles.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't need that steak, but she needed to get past her in the cell. So she let her take her steak, but she fucking pushed her to get past her.
And everyone's like, oh, no, she pushed a pregnant lady. It's like she wanted this. She started this.
Yeah, no, I was like...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I had to throw her right to the fucking ground, too. I'd have been like, you know what? You fucking started this. This is not ending well for you.
Fuck down.
For all we know, she's got the zombie baby inside of her.
Baby's dead anyway.
Yeah, we don't know.
I really hope that ends up being a thing.
We're definitely not done with this group, that's for sure.
No.
And we didn't get to...
Yeah. I mean, Connor ended up getting bit, but we didn't see him turn yet.
No.
So he still has a little bit of time. He could have chopped his arm off. Like, we don't know if the characters are that in tune with it yet, because, I mean, it took Rick's group a very long time to figure that out, that you can remove the limb. So, wouldn't necessarily bank on it, but it's not out of the realm of possibility either.
Right. But I personally find Connor, like, one of the least interesting characters in that group.
I think Reed was the most interesting of the group for sure, but Connor's kind of a man with nothing left to lose at this point, and those are always really interesting characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But what I envision is that he doesn't make it, he turns, they kill him, and somebody else leads. And
Jack.
do you know who I want to lead?
Alex.
Alex. Yes. I want Alex to end up being the big bad. I want her to be their main antagonist.
That would be crazy.
It would. It'd be
I would
fantastic.
fucking love it. Speaking of Alex, we find out that they didn't take Travis because he's good at engineering. They take him because Alex had a grudge, you know? And she wanted to lock him up.
I don't know why she had a grudge against him when she clearly watched Strand cut the rope.
Yeah, but when they put them on the raft, it was Travis who said, put them on the raft.
Right, but...
Like, because it was Maddie and...
But there was no middle ground. I mean, that was the middle. It was either raft,
Travis was the middle ground.
or you're not on the boat.
Yeah.
That was what it came down to. So I don't really get it.
Yeah,
where she's coming from. It's like
even
you
me
do realize like that was all you were gonna get.
Even me, who is one of the most illogical thinkers out there, and I will well admit that, am like, all right, if I was in Alex's position, I'd be like, he didn't cut it. This is really the best that they could do under the circumstances. Get me Strand. Get me the only black guy on that boat. Like, get him to me.
Here's the thing. The last like interaction she had was Travis telling her and whatever the kid's name was, because I thought it was Jake, but Jake is the other guy. So now I don't know what the kid's name was. Was the kid's name also Jake? Jeff? John?
I thought it was Jake.
Jehoshaphat? There were two Jakes.
John
I guess
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
They had to kill one of the Jakes.
John
Can't
Jacob.
have two Jakes on the
Only
show.
be one. They keep changing the names from the fucking shorts.
I know. I gave up.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure they didn't ever actually say her name in the short.
No, but his they did.
I gotta go back. I never went back. I'm the worst. But the last interaction she has is Travis and he does this very stone face because he knows that if he
Jack?
Jack, okay. Because Travis knew if he didn't put her on the boat, then, something worse would happen. But Travis did a very stone face, very inhuman, put her on the boat, Yeah. Put her on the raft. So she's out on the ocean with this kid who's dying. All she can think about is that Travis put her there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her, when you have nothing to think about, and that's, all you can think about, tends to warp what really happened.
How do you think their talk went, though? Because after he kind of explained himself and kind of talked to her a bit, I feel like maybe that may have changed things in her mind, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think she definitely saw him in a different light.
I don't see her as a villain. I just don't see her making that turn, because it doesn't... Because, I mean, granted, yes, she did say, something along the lines of, I don't work for anybody, or
yeah,
something like that, but to that effect, which would, tilt her into, like, the I'm going to take this shit over role, but she seems like too much of a loner to do that, too.
That's true.
Yeah, but we still don't know what her background is.
Yeah, exactly. She's still a mystery.
I don't know.
She might be a loner now because nothing's worked out. Because, I mean, she had the group, but, there were like 4 of them in the raft, and they slowly dwindled.
Yeah.
So it was only her, and now she's on the boat with these guys. On the landlocked boat. Like, I keep, like, remembering that and thinking, that's weird.
Ground boat. Best boat.
Ground boat. Useless boat.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever happens in the future, I think this group's gonna be interesting.
They need to invest in a submarine.
My God, we'll get some last shit up in this bitch. Which is coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do a recap because I never finished that podcast. So. Anyway, we're talking about The Walking Dead. I think Alicia really shined brighter than anybody else in this episode.
I don't know. She was in the dark a lot.
A+. Good job.
Well, it was kind of a double entendre there. She didn't know what the hell was going on anywhere.
She really didn't.
Yeah. But,
I mean,
we see her figure stuff out, because we know she's very smart.
Yeah.
She was playing Jack like a fiddle, man. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh, we called that, too.
Yeah.
She's just,
But I think...
He felt so betrayed.
I know.
Towards the end, though, I think she, like, genuinely was, like, you know, sorry, dude.
I also think that even when she was playing him, she still felt bad about it, because
when she
over
beat the crap out of him and was like, "You knew this whole time about my parents."
Oh, yeah. She cracked him in the head with the clipboard.
That was the turning point right there. That's when she stopped caring at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, what happened to the other ships? You fucking knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're hot and you have boobies.
That's exactly what was written in the script.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend's dead. I need a new
girlfriend.
Like,
fucking sackless over here. It's like, dude, who do you think you are? Why do you think you're so fucking important? And, like, why do you have this creepy, penchant for saving people? Like, God, just stop. It's not gonna get you laid.
No.
Just fucking give it up, man.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, she really does, like, outthink Jake at, like, almost every turn. Jake?
Jack.
Jake burned to death.
Jake is the kid, Jack. Dang it. Jake is the kid, Jack is the dude.
Yes.
Jack. I'm just gonna fix that, Jack.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Sparrow. Anyway.
As a kid, I liked Jack in the Box, but as an adult, I prefer Jack in the Bottle.
Anyway. I was gonna say something about that before.
About Jack?
About Jack. I don't know. What you guys think about?
Well, he's a weenie, and I hate him.
He's a bit of a weenie.
He's a huge weenie, and I hate him. And I hope he goes next.
Jack.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, it's Jack. It's your best friend.
Only men I trust are Jack, Jose, and Jim. Jim B.
I prefer Jack, Jose, and Milagro.
Yeah.
Occasionally Ciroc.
Ciroc's the key to success. Didn't you know?
Uh-huh.
Anyway. So yeah, I kind of like how Alicia got herself out, you know?
Yeah, more or less.
And, I mean...
Just good timing by
Jumped right next to the boat, and they're off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this group has a couple other ships, so this is not the last we've seen of them.
No. Just shout out to Travis for beating the guy's fucking head in on a dock. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
good on you, buddy.
That was a nice fight. I liked it.
Yeah.
I wanted Maddie to start throwing some bows.
I mean, I'm glad the whole dead captive trick worked. Because it's the only time it's ever going to work.
That was such mad genius Daniel going on right there.
No, it wasn't.
Hold on.
No, it wasn't. Putting something over the guy's mouth would have been mad genius. But the zombie's just free to open his mouth the whole time.
But the point was to bite someone. That was the point.
Yeah. It was a booby trap.
Yeah, it's a booby trap. So if you tape the mouth,
you could have taped the mouth, but also taped it to the hood. So when you ripped the hood off, it would have taken the tape off with it. And it still would have kept him fucking silent. That was
didn't really make any noise, though.
You really didn't.
At that moment, I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't think
it was making plenty of noise getting into the rubber floating raft thingy. Yeah. The pool raft with a motor on it.
Maybe the soft sounds of the ocean calmed it down. The wafting.
Wafting ocean sounds.
See,
Volume
they
2.
could have done it when he was alive. They could have just like had him alive and just taped a bunch of used needles into his mouth and just thrown him at his brother. It would have been the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess, but the thing that I thought would have been a problem would have been if they, while he was alive, took the spike, took the tool, the crowbar out of his stomach, he would have started bleeding out.
Yeah.
And I mean,
they would have just left him with a time bomb regardless.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
I just think it would have been hard for him to walk, and him being alive.
Yeah.
Would have made it more difficult.
Yeah.
But crazy plan worked. Like,
shockingly,
they were cleaning up the blood, and then he comes, reanimates, and Daniel's like, "No, wait, don't. I got this." Bang over his head.
Guys, shut up! I got an idea.
Shut up! I got this.
And I'm like, are they really gonna buy just a bag over the dude's head? And then we see Travis with the bag over his head, and I was like, okay, I guess I have the same idea. What is the purpose of this?
Plus, I don't know. That's like something you see on TV.
Well, it's so that the prisoner doesn't see the interior of the ship and how they got there.
Right.
I mean, that's also
same
something...
thing. It's so that Maddie's guy didn't see where the boat was or whatever.
I guess.
If it was not an eye shot, which it was, but it's just but for
made no
Travis
sense.
It makes sense because that way he doesn't know necessarily his way back.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting you bring it up because we really don't. Besides the rooms that Alicia saw and the brig, we really don't know what's up with the rest of that ship.
It's a really big boat.
But there has to be a reason why this landlocked boat is important. It's got to have something on it that makes it worth being a base.
I think it's just safe. It's safety. Like it's big. It's hard to climb up on.
It's up
choke points and and the doors seal. I think it's just all around it's just safe. I think that's really it. And I think it's safer than being on the water because. Probably. You have a boat dry docked like that. You
don't have to worry about fuel.
Yeah, you have no fuel to worry about. You don't have to worry about people like hijacking your ship. Nobody's gonna think to hijack a landlocked ship,
Yeah.
Right. It's like a house without a staircase leading up to it. It's basically just floating in the air.
That's true.
So.
Interesting. Last, I sort of want to talk about Luis. Because him and Strand were talking, some in Spanish, some in English. But it's making me wonder, like, where exactly they have to pass through that they need money and all this stuff. And
well, I would imagine that it's to cross the border. Yeah. And only because... there's probably a lot of people trying to seek refuge in Mexico, and where there is demand, there is someone who's willing to make money off of that demand. So I'm sure there are people who've taken over the border who are charging hefty sums to cross.
That'll be interesting.
What they need the money for.
Because money's still relevant, kind of, at this point, because people still think that civilization's going to bounce back.
Yeah, we're still really close to the starting point.
Right, and like we were kind of talking about last week, in Mexico, certain parts of it might not be as bad off as the U.S.
Yeah.
So, a lot of that stuff is just farmland and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're handling, if there is anything to handle.
I'm sure there is.
Curiosity.
Yep.
You guys have anything else to say about this episode? I think we kind of touched on everything.
That's a fun sound.
That is a fun sound. Can we get it again?
What is that?
It's not something outside. I don't know. My windows are...
That was just something outside. That was so loud.
I don't know what to tell you.
Do you have like a clown car outside, John? That sounds like the horn of a clown car.
It's like not even the windows next to me that are open, so I can even look out and tell you.
Huh.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, next episode is called Sicut Cervus. I don't know, something Latin. Conflict arises. Conflict
arises
arises
when Daniel becomes an acrobat.
They're not going to Mexico. They're going to Vegas.
They're gonna join. What's the rival to Cirque du Soleil? I don't even remember. Whatever.
Oh,
I lost it.
The Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, I lost it.
Conflict arises as the Abigail approaches its destination. Chris makes a staggering decision, and Nick meets a new maternal figure. I honestly think that's the weirdest Walking Dead plot synopsis I've ever read.
Nick meets a new mommy.
It's so weird.
Please at least let it not be a zombie lady.
I think
Strand his new mommy.
I think it might
Abigail.
be well, Abigail's the last name of the family.
I know. What's his name? Thomas Abigail.
Yeah, his mother. The Spanish woman we saw in the flashbacks. I think it might.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at More Wacky Sounds. No more on Twitter.
I already forgot about that sound.
I was gonna try to recreate the noise, but I don't think.
You know what it actually reminds me of? I nailed it. You ever see The Mask? It's that horn.
Oh, yeah.
That's Auga. That's exactly what it was.
Dom, where can they find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon. PHENOMEDOM.
And you can find me at Cleomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest. And you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and video games. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
Wasn't quite in one breath like last time, but...
Can we get another Auga?
Auga! Ah!